Hello, and welcome to Creative Living with your host Ellie Nor. Today, to introduce you, I'm going to show you a little tour of my apartment and kind of give you a little rundown of, small home living and do-it-yourself DIY projects, as well as, just a few tips and tricks, general overview for today, as we continue with the series. I'll hone in on specific things that you might want to learn about, or just different ideas, stuff that I might try on, the website Pinterest, successes, failures. So first of all, I'd like to start with a little bit of a tour of my home. It's not entirely clean right now, but that's alright. My husband and I live in a very small apartment, so let me take you, I was in the bedroom, I'm going to take you out into, the living area and the kitchen. Now, when you live in a small environment, there are a few very important things to remember, like cleanliness. Now, in a larger home, you might have a room or two where you just don't really mind. You kind of, throw everything in there, or you've got a corner, a couple piles or something. But in a small home such as this, you don't have the opportunity to do so. Therefore, cleaning is a very important thing. Usually I clean about once a week. I'm not neurotic about it, but I do enjoy it, so it's never really been a problem for me. Kind of look forward to it, so, just keeping things tidy. Alright, so over here we've got our kitchen area. As you can see, we don't have much counter space, so I tend to keep things off the counters. I mean, we've got a few things on there. We utilize the windowsills. If you've got a windowsill, be sure to utilize that. We've put a board over top of where that was just plain drywall before to make it sturdier, so we can put things on it. Another thing to do if you've got a small kitchen here, like we've done, is put the microwave up, above the counters, instead of having it sit on the counters and take up room. We've also done the same thing with the dishwasher, which is kind of an unconventional idea, but as you can see, we've got it right above those, counters there. My husband's placed it there. It's good for, you can set stuff on top of there too to dry. That's what I tend to do, but it takes up, the space. You can't really open the cabinets at that time, so I was just having things dry for the moment. And we've got a double sink. I mean, it's good if we've got some hand washing, just to set stuff in there, a little bit of space. This is our entryway. Double doors. We don't really use the one side though. Dishwasher, as you saw. I husband stained the wood to match. Okay, so there's the doorway. Got a little design up there. I don't know. Another thing to remember is, if you live in a small space, to always use upward storage. You don't want to have stuff all over the ground and taking up your room, because you want to feel like, you're not claustrophobic. You've got space. Alright, so over here we've got a little table. It doesn't look the best from that angle, so maybe I'll come over here. This is a little tiny dining room table. We've only got two of us. We've got a little mirrors above there. There's paper towel on there, stuff that's not supposed to be on there usually. I guess I should, well, I didn't really plan this out beforehand, so that's why things are not really cleaned up. Anyway, so we've got a little table here, and what it's made of is a dresser that I used to have, that I bought from an ex-roommate when I lived in an apartment with them. It was a full dresser, but my husband, he cut it off there at the bottom, and he's anchored it to the wall. Got to be sturdy, There's an outlet under there, and I clicked on something. Yeah, in here. Oh goodness! I thought of the idea of having drawers underneath of the table, since we don't have lots of room. This is where we keep the silverware. Really handy. Other one's kind of just like a junk drawer, but it's out of sight, so that's pretty important there. Little mirrors. Mirrors are good also to, give the illusion that there's more space than there actually is. It's not exactly clean either, the stuff on the piano bench, but we've got a piano over here. This is what I would consider the living room. This is marble there. It's nice little, divided up a little bit from the other room. This is another windowsill over there. We can put things on. I've got Yes, that's the piano. Okay, and now let me set this on the couch for a second. Well, no, actually, maybe I sit it on the ground. Alright. So here's this little ottoman, and it's a storage ottoman. I don't have the lid on it right now, but I keep all my arts and crafts, well, not all of it, but a lot of stuff that I use on a regular basis in here. And it's got a lid, so it actually doesn't look too bad when you put that on there. It just seems like, you know, part of, you know, the living room environment, whatever, what have you. So there's ottoman. Multifunctional things are very important. Now, bringing you back to vertical storage, that's the proper name for it, I suppose. Vertical storage, you want to use as much of your ceiling, floor to ceiling space as possible. You can see a view of the kitchen behind me. I painted that picture of the dish detergent above the window. Yeah, I'm proud of that, so I had to give a little. Anyway, these shelves, they're up high as well, and the shelves, along with the wood that's underneath the windowsill in the kitchen, are made from reclaimed barn wood. We had a hurricane, I guess, not too long ago, and some man's barn just fell right down over. Maybe it was a wind gust, something like that. Anyway, we asked if we could take some wood off of his hands, and he surely agreed. So we've got some reclaimed barn wood. We put all this stuff up high, all of books and all kinds of things, you know, just using the vertical storage. I mean, imagine if we had bookcases on the ground, you know, taking up our space and our floor space and everything like that. It would really take away from the amount of usable space that we have in a place this size. So over here is my husband's little office nook, computer area. As you know, got again with the vertical storage, and you know, this is my picture wall of flowers. That's mine, not his, but I enjoy that. Another desk. I guess I could use it if I wanted to. It's got 2 desks and 2 people, but usually I like to sit on the floor, to be honest. Yep. Alright, so that is that. Now we'll take you into the bedroom and the bathroom. It's not that clean, but it's not disgusting. Alright. We've got a large bed. We have a queen size bed because we like to be comfortable and everything like that. It's not made, but yeah, we've got a queen size bed. We've got a mirror above there, mirror increasing space. We've got hooks on the wall over there, you know, just a little nightstand, if you can see that. I can't really see where I'm aiming my computer. So I just walked in the door here, but behind the door they've got where my husband Mike stores all of his clothes in a closet, and he's got his dresser here. And then on the back of the door we've got some shoes. So that's behind the door. You don't really see that, especially if we keep the door opened all the way, which I can't really now because I got junk behind it, but it's laundry day, that's why. And in this little nook, underneath the stairs to go upstairs where we don't live, this is my closet. So this is where all my clothes are hanging over here. In the back, let me turn on the light. In the back, I've got